Every successful journey जो है, it begins with one decision, one good decision, right? And that one good decision taken early can actually save you enormous amount of anxiety and stress later. Anthropology can be that decision for you. As anthropology is concerned, it is not just a subject, it does not reward last minute preparation. Okay, it rewards better understanding, early understanding, consistent writing practice, proper guidance. It takes a while to sort of understand the nuances of what exactly is UPSC anthropology. You are writing papers for 1,750. Out of this, it might look like only 500 marks is from your optional subject and the rest of it is your GS plus essay. Okay, so that comes approximately, 29% of your total written mains ka score. Optional basically creates the real separation. यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे, generally, what are the kind of ranges? Look at this particular student, Anthro. The student had actually scored 360. That is a total of 63%. GS में कितने हैं? ठीक है? It is basically GS plus essay is coming to approximately 41 kind of percent. We are talking about the best. The idea is to understand the concepts, to understand the frameworks, understand the theories, look at the world from the anthropological lens, ability to connect different aspects. That's exactly what we will focus on. We are not here to collect attempts. Okay, we are not here to spend years romanticizing this UPSC life. UPSC life is a life of sacrifice. You want to be, not in this UPSC preparation wala phase. You want to be in the UPSC, IAS and IPS and IFS wala phase, right? So we don't want to be spending too many years experimenting, learning. We have to get through very quick. That will be our objective.
Just would like to share my journey with Nataraj Sir, who has been helping me get through these tough times in the past 3 years. His personalized mentoring, his almost daily calls, his constant guidance, his just way of telling things is a lot different from what we get in the market right now.
In anthropology, I wrote tests only with you. So that was the only test series that I wrote, the only feedback I got for my optional. So I completely and blindly relied on you, and I think it did help me.
So hello everyone, my name is Nataraj. I'm anthropology faculty here at Sarrthi IAS. I hope all of you are doing well. We are starting our anthropology foundation batch for UPSC 2027 and 2028. Okay, and we are launching this on the 26th of June 2026. And that is just a couple of days away. So if you are thinking about anthropology, so this is probably the right time to start, because in UPSC, a good start, right, makes your entire journey easier, right? So far as anthropology is concerned, it is not just a subject जहाँ पे आप last minute में, it does not reward last minute preparation. ठीक है? It rewards better understanding, early understanding. Along with that early understanding, consistent writing practice, proper guidance. It takes a while to sort of understand the nuances of what exactly is UPSC anthropology, right? So over the next few minutes, what I will try to do is quickly I will try to explain why optional matters. Why you should take it seriously, why you should spend time on it, why anthropology can be a great choice as an optional, and what exactly will you get in this foundation course that we are launching. Okay, so we'll take a look at those. Overall, if you see, the importance of optional, if I can just emphasize, okay, let us understand something very simple. Mains में जो है, the total number of marks कितने हैं? ठीक है, it is going to be 1,750, 1750. You are writing papers for 1,750. Out of this, it might look like only 500 marks is from your optional subject and the rest of it is your GS plus essay. ठीक है, so that comes approximately, 29% of your total written mains का score, right? But if you think about this, it is not just 29%. ठीक है, generally when you take a look at your essay plus GS का papers, right, मतलब आपका marks will be somewhere in your 40% होंगे. When it comes to your optional, right, and good scoring optionals, and if you perform well, ठीक है, it can go to 63, 62, उतने percentage तक वो पहुंचता है, sometimes even more than that, right? So it is not just 30%. And one more thing is that it is not. And I will explain this a little, from with the next slide, right? While you look at GS plus essay में all of you are mostly equal. ठीक है, because you're already competing against the best. कौन लिखते हैं GS plus essay, right? Every one of you who has cleared prelims. If you've been able to clear prelims, and you understand prelims is, it's not that easy. It is the top 1% who essentially makes it, or 0.5%, and so on, right? So you're already, competing with the best. And all of that. So if you see this, right, so all of you are generally in the same range. But on the last day, when you have your optional, उस दिन बहुत difference बनेंगे. ठीक है, so that makes a big sort of a difference, right? So we'll take that, and we'll understand this through an example, right? GS plus SA में अगर आप देखोगे, the scoring potential is मतलब वो decent है, but in terms of being able to beat your competition, वो वाला it is going to be limited. Most people end up scoring in similar sort of a range. ठीक है, बट ऑप्शनल में सिमिलैरिटी नहीं होते हैं सो फार एज द मार्क्स का रेंज जो है. somebody is going to score 160, somebody is going to score एक पेपर में 160. You get the picture, right? So there is a lot of difference when it comes to optional and the marks, right? If you take a look at this here, so we said GS plus SMA generally, and we are talking about the top ranks. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, rank 48, and this is rank 45, right? हमारे student and so on. Optional basically creates the real separation. यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे, generally what are the kind of ranges? Look at this particular student, Anthro में, the student had actually scored 316. That is a total of 63%. GS में कितने हैं? ठीक है, it is basically GS plus SA is coming to approximately 41 kind of percent. We are talking about the best. We are talking about the best here. And in fact, if you can see some of the kind of options, highest rank 2, rank 3 is basically 260s. The number of students that we have who are, 290 plus is extremely high. Anthropology optional mein it is possible because that is the nature of the optional, provided you're able to show that conceptual clarity, to your examiner, to your evaluator. If you see this here, in fact, this is, I think rank number 2 so far as anthropology is concerned, and phenomenal, 5 prelims clear nahi hua. Okay, 1 mains, एक mains में 2.5 महीने में the student was able to do it. ठीक है, so positive, so enthusiastic, right? Always did everything. In fact, started with very, very low, मतलब 40s marks थे, and the last test in our program, she was able to reach the first rank, only in the last rank. Interview आप देख सकते हो. यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे, if you add GS plus SA, again, these are very good students. Marks कितने आ रहे हैं? ठीक है, 41%, same as this. Right, so rank बने कैसे? The rank बने because of your this highlighted portion. It is your anthropology, 161 in one paper and 145 in the other paper. And this paper 2, in fact, she was, when we were speaking after the exam on that night, ठीक है, she was very, very upset because she misunderstood a question. मतलब she misread a question. ठीक है, it was asking for your upper Paleolithic. She ended up writing her lower Paleolithic or some vice versa. You get the picture, and that's a 20 marker. 20 marker is the longest question that you're going to have, right? वरना और भी score कर सकती थी, but she has scored 45 rank. She has gotten her IAS. ठीक है, and the reason why she got that IAS is because of this yellow. ठीक है, a 300 plus optional kind of score, and that too in 1 mains. ठीक है, that gives you, मतलब last दिन में imagine the kind of momentum. ठीक है, in that final ranking. ठीक है, so more or less, you are clustered with everybody else, but that very last day when you have 50 marks extra, 60 marks extra, in some ways we have students who have equal marks in GS plus SA, but have scored 170, 180 when it comes to their optionals, right? मतलब so optionals में वो the dispersal in the marks is going to be relatively higher. When you gain marks like this in optional, hundreds of ranks का difference हो सकता है. ठीक है, so for example, एक marks के लिए it is going to be 10 ranks. Right, so if somebody has scored 176 in one paper, in both the papers, and somebody has scored 161 in एक paper, you can imagine the kind of difference. ठीक है, 50 marks है, so that is 500. ठीक है, there is one more paper in the afternoon. That could be like literally 1,000 ranks. ठीक है, that is so far ahead you can get. So optional becomes very important. That is why I say, never treat your optional as just another subject. Okay? Optional becomes your most important paper. Treat it as your rank deciding paper. Treat that last day as your best day. Okay? That is when your optional exam is going to be. So your preparation cannot begin a few months before your mains. Okay? You have to begin early. Okay? You have to begin correctly. So far as this foundation course is concerned, unke features हम देखते हैं. Now that you have seen the importance of the optional subject and how you have students who have done really well. Foundation features. See, what exactly does this course offer? Pehla wala, it is that we are going to be having these live lectures जहाँ पे हम, we are going to cover your paper 1, we are going to also basically cover our paper 2. ठीक है? मतलब comprehensively हम cover करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब ये हमारे these kind of areas से questions नहीं आते हैं, so this is important, this is less important. नहीं, everything in your syllabus is considered important so far as foundation is concerned. ठीक है? And that is important. मतलब we say ना माता पिता गुरुदेव, all of this is the hierarchy of importance. नहीं, हमारे लिए it is syllabus and then माता पिता गुरुदेव. उतना importance it is. Every part of your syllabus, whether questions have been asked, have not been asked. Okay? You have to be very thorough. That is conceptual clarity. That brings me to my second point, conceptual clarity. Anthro is not about mugging up facts. And if somebody says that, okay, maybe they've not been able to, understand deeper ideas. They've not been able to connect those kind of topics. And if you look at the questions also, they are not testing you कि आपका rote learning कितना ability है. Rote learning say, you can't be an expert. You get it, right? So the idea is to understand the concepts, to understand the frameworks, understand the theories, look at the world from the anthropological lens, ability to connect different aspects. That's exactly what we will focus on. ठीक है. Third, it's also going to be high quality study material. ठीक है. It'll be short, but it'll be comprehensive. It'll be structured. ठीक है. You don't need anything else. Right? Whatever I give you in class, whatever I make you write, उसको आप use करके you can write. All of our students, and I will show you so many of our results. जहाँ पे मतलब one of the things that is important when it comes to an exam like UPSC with a vast syllabus, कि वो syllabus and the material जो है मतलब वो manageable होने चाहिए. ठीक है. The syllabus is actually quite manageable because it is very well defined and relatively short. ठीक है. And so why do we have to make it bigger, right? So we will have it very comprehensive. You don't need anything. It is going to be very exam oriented as well. Fourth feature is going to be I will be your personal mentor. So मतलब for the 4 or 5 months that you're with me, ठीक है. So we'll work together in great मतलब very closely. Okay. Any kind of doubts that you have, मतलब we will ensure कि मतलब वो नहीं होगा. Your preparation becomes much easier when there is somebody, ठीक है, who knows the nuance of this exam, keeps guiding you at every step. क्या mistake कर रहे हो, क्या अच्छे से कर रहे हो, what are your strengths, what are the things that you should be doing more of. ठीक है, regularly हम वो करेंगे. ठीक है, and probably the most important is going to be answer writing. मेंस जो है इट इज़ अ राइटिंग एग्जाम. ठीक है. सो दे आर नॉट रिवॉर्डिंग यू जस्ट फॉर नॉलेज. ठीक है. वो टेस्ट कैसे करेंगे, ठीक है, डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट यू आर एबल टू क्राफ्ट इन द एग्जाम. सो उसके लिए कुछ आपको लर्न करना पड़ेगा. ऑप्शनल इज अ मास्टर्स लेवल पेपर, राइट, एवरी ऑप्शनल इफ यू सी. सो वहाँ पे इट इज़ नॉट जस्ट अबाउट बीइंग डिस्क्रिप्टिव इन राइटिंग. ठीक है. यू हैव टू बी एबल टू present arguments. You have to be able to defend arguments. You have to be able to sort of pick apart arguments. So when do you use examples? How do you sort of draw diagrams? How do you make them relevant? How do you integrate certain kind of things? How do you finish your paper on time? In sub ke liye, it is basically your, answer writing. And then you also have your daily assignments. Matlab, see, we generally say this, right? Anything in life mein agar aap dekhoge, consistency is going to beat intensity. ठीक है. Small daily efforts over many days, many weeks, many months, it can create मतलब it is going to beat intensity for a short period of time any day in any sphere of life. ठीक है. It can give you the potential to be able to score exceptionally high and get your rank because of your optional, right? Next, we'll also take a look at results. अगर आप देखोगे, these are all of our results, right? I always believe the introduction, the best introduction for any particular course is going to be the performance of its former students. And these are all the kind of students that we have, right? All India rank 9 we had last year, right? So all of these students under my guidance have, मतलब all India rank 9 and 45 and 64, मतलब बहुत सारे हैं. Several successful candidates. But I'll tell you what makes me really happy about this particular slide is that, most of these students have actually cleared because of their anthropology. Okay, it is anthropology that has, gotten them this rank. And not only that, almost, 90% of them have actually cleared in the very first mains attempt with me. Okay, in their very first mains attempt, right? Aditya was my student for 3 years. Okay, so he's an exception. So we had to sort of reverse engineer, make him work on foundation in his last, but look at the kind of rank that he had brought in. Okay, everybody else, one mains with me. Okay, and that will be the objective. Not कि मतलब 4 mains के बाद with a lot of experience in life, a lot of grey beard के बाद आप score करोगे, ऐसा नहीं है. ठीक है, we are not here to collect attempts. ठीक है, we are not here to spend years, romanticizing this UPSC life. UPSC life is a life of sacrifice. मतलब you want to be, not in this UPSC preparation वाला phase. You want to be in the UPSC, IAS and IPS and IFS वाला phase, right? So we don't want to be spending too many years experimenting, learning. ठीक है, इसको we have to get through very quick. That will be our objective. One mains. ठीक है, so prelims clear करो, ठीक है, but build your foundation really well even before you go to your full-time prelims का preparation. And it is really possible. ठीक है, you can see all these kind of results. If you get the process right, from the very beginning, take with the right foundation, accompanied by the, proper writing practice. And writing practice, ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब सिर्फ लिख रहे हो. Every answer that you write, मतलब somebody has to be able to guide you. What are you doing well? What are the things that what is the one thing that you need to work on? You should have that clarity, when you're writing the next assignment and so on. And, this continuous guidance ke liye I will be there, and I'm sure that, you will also be able to get these excellent scores. And these excellent scores are really possible, as I have just shown you. Okay? So overall, to conclude, let me end this with this. ठीक है, UPSC जो है, I understand it is a long exam. ठीक है, and वो anxiety, वो stress, it's all part of it. But every successful journey जो है, it begins with one decision, one good decision, right? And that one good decision taken early can actually save you enormous amount of anxiety and stress later. Anthropology can be that decision for you. ठीक है, so if you're serious about anthropology and you want to build that strong base, that strong foundation, and especially if you're serious about 2027 attempt and even 2028, okay, please don't wait. Start building your foundation right away. This is the right time. Okay, even do not wait for this perfect time. There is no perfect time, you know this, right? The best time is when you, when you have the opportunity to start. Okay, so today is a good day, right? So our Anthropology Foundation batch jo hai, it is beginning on the 26th of June. I would be very happy to see all of you in the classroom, and be part of our, our family, our preparation journey. Okay, so thank you so much. Take care, and I will see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.